Hello, and welcome to episode 4 of the deplorably performing how-to series here on the Spindatt vlog channel. How-to videos that are actually not that different than any other vlog I post, just titled in a how-to fashion that no one wants to click on. Today, I'm gonna show you, at the start of this video, how to make grilled cheese. On the arbitrary Spindatt scale of difficulty, I put this one right around us, slightly harder than easy. The frustration scale equally is arbitrary. Medium, in case step 1 doesn't work out that great. That'd be pretty frustrating. Step 1, make a loaf of bread. I think making bread is more intimidating than it truly needs to be. This recipe that I'm using only uses 4 ingredients. It's really easy. I'll try to remember to link it below. I'll probably forget. Yep, that looks good. Okay, so step 2, I think step 2 is obvious. Cheese. Cheese. Now, depending on how much time you want to spend on this, you can do just sliced cheese, but in this case, I'm actually going to shred it. Shredded, it always melts a lot better. Here's the trick. A mix of old cheddar cheese. This gives you the delicious cheese taste, and then some pizza mozzarella. Pizza mozzarella will actually give it the nice stringy, delicious pull away from you type of texture that you want. So mixing them is chef's kiss. I personally have a bit of a gripe with all these people who try to use increasingly fancier and fancier cheeses on their grilled cheeses. When you have the taste buds of a child, regular, not super intense cheese is definitely the way to go. Shake that up. You want equal parts of both. Okay, step 3, start heating up your pan. Your pan should not be that hot. I've got it at level 2 on a cast iron pan with a cover. The reason you want low heat is the bread will actually cook faster than the cheese will melt. So having the heat trapped in with a cover helps melt the cheese before your bread burns. Very rookie mistake, burning your bread before your cheese melts. Patience. Patience is your friend here. Okay, you got your fresh bread. Cut it. All right, now you're gonna want some fat. You're gonna want some fat for actually cooking the bread part. I've definitely gotten away with just throwing olive oil in the pan, but best results are achieved by buttering each piece of bread. But this really gets the cook to all the edges. Right, okay, so here we are. This is make or break. Hopefully the heat is right. It usually isn't when I do this. Take your first piece of bread, butter side down, the only time that you want to do that, and a healthy serving of your cheese mixture. Try not to let any of it really fall in the pan, though if it does, who gives a crap? This is the part where you find out if you're a hero or a zero. You don't have to cut it in half. You'll know on your first bite, but cutting it in half really gives you that idea of whether you're... Yep. That's a win. Now, to eat it correctly, you gotta put hot sauce on it. That's the how to make a grilled cheese. Next question is, why? Oh, that's hot. So good though. Well, I mean, obviously, you have to consume calories to go burn energy. Calories are energy. So, you have to eat. And it may as well be something good to go do stuff like this. Whoa. Well, we weren't running by when that fell down. Now, as luck would have it, spending 4 hours baking bread for a grilled cheese how-to gag on this channel has had a bit of an unintended side effect. See, to fill the time that it takes for the bread to rise before you can bake it. All I did was watch Matt Jones videos, specifically the newest ones where he put together his Marin Rift Zone. And he, like, I know this is like it's a common thing that people call, he's got a slope duro bike now. It's a single speed, 160 mil travel, bar spinnable, full suspension bike. Okay, further to that, you know how I have a custom steel frame bike coming in that's going to use all the parts that are on this, and I said that I was never going to use this again, but now I've got it in my head that I really want to take this thing to the slope duro level. But I super don't like how high the bottom bracket is, so all that free time got me thinking, what could I do? And I've already done it. I've taken it apart. What happens? And I don't want to ask this anywhere else but here, because I know what like a forum answer would be. What happens if you just shorten an Equilink suspension piece like this? Like this is supposed to be all the way up here, like that. That's supposed to be up, puts the bottom bracket up right high. What if I got one machine that was that low and put it back in, bolted it up? So just for fun, I threw the other shock that I have here in. I took all the air out just to see, when it bottoms out, where everything ends up. My problem area could be this bottom link, but when this is bottomed out, there's still lots of room for that lower link to continue to rotate up. And then unhooking the Equilink link with that same airless shock in it will kind of tell me whether or not the whole thing will actually go that way, the way I'm kind of hoping it will. So right here, holding the shock up in this position is kind of where I think it would be cool to have it be. That looks like it's about like 20 mils lower. We'll see if that lower link actually can do that movement. See how that's like movable, independent from everything else. So anyway, that's where it would sit. Push down on the shock. Does anything stop it? Not really. This is remarkably unscientific, but I have a feeling it could work. Real world, that's probably 15 mils lower. So, 2 questions. Does anyone know why this would be like a really bad idea, or like why you shouldn't do it, what it would do to the geometry? And second question being, is anyone on here a machinist who would be interested in making a couple different iteration lengths of an Equilink? I'd like to maybe do like a 10, 15, and 20 mil shorter version of this one and just see what they actually do with everything on it correctly while riding. Yeah, that's it. That's the unintended side effect of baking bread today. This thought. See, it's daydreams and stupid things like this that I think of when there's nothing feasible here to work on and it's pouring rain and I can't go outside.